Hi, this is Oliver from Online Magnetism, and in this video I'm going to talk about hacking WordPress. The reason I'm going to talk about this is because I've heard a lot recently of people they've had their WordPress sites hacked, and I was just wondering why, and I think the reason is that a lot of the people that use WordPress sites aren't as security savvy as people that use other systems are. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is actually to hack a site and what you can do to prevent that happening. So first of all, this isn't an extensive display of how a WordPress site can be hacked. This is basically one of the easiest ways to hack a WordPress site, and there are a couple of very quick and simple steps that you can take to make sure that your site isn't hackable. The first step that you can take, that you should take, is make sure that people can't log into your site. And the way that you can do that is by making sure that you've got a secure password. You need to make sure that it's not guessable, because hackers basically write computer programs that will try lots and lots of common passwords until they find one that works, and they'll log into your site, browse to the place that they want to get to, and do the actions that they want to do to hack your site. So what these programs would actually do is they would go to plugins, add new, PHP, because that's the code that runs behind WordPress, and one that I've tried earlier was this one called Grimp. So I'm going to install this, and bear in mind we don't need any special access permissions to do this. All we're using is the default admin account, and now that is activated. What I'm going to do now is create a new page, and here's a piece of code that I've just put together in about 5 minutes. Don't sort of be mad at me for showing this, because it is very easy to find out how to do this if you just do a Google search anyway. So all I'm doing is telling it which file I want to edit, and this is the main theme file. I basically get the contents of that file, I add on my own link onto the end of that file, and I basically write the contents of that file back to the file itself. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to paste that into my page and save that, and I'm going to preview it. And basically the first time this page is loaded, it will have written to that file, but because that file wasn't written at the time, it won't have actually taken effect yet. So I'm going to refresh that again, and then there we have my link. Now bear in mind, these programs can actually traverse directories. They can modify every single file in your installation if they're writable. So what I'm going to do is show you how to avoid this happening. Now, this is FileZilla. This is what I use to upload files over FTP. It's not what I use professionally because FTP is a bit old school, but anyhow, I'm just going to show you this file so you can see that it has actually written to that file. So down the bottom we've got that link, and we've got the two links because I refreshed it twice. So I'm going to re-upload that, and then you'll see here we've got this permissions column, and all of these files by default are writable. It does depend on your server setup, but basically to stop WordPress itself writing to the files, you can uncheck write, and bear in mind you need to do this across main directories. I don't use WordPress Professional myself, but there is a page on Google which is called Hardening WordPress. Sorry, the page is on WordPress.org, of course, but you can search Google for Hardening WordPress and this will come up. And there's a specific section called File Permissions, and that gives you advice as to which files you need to change the permissions on. So I've changed the permissions of that file, and I'm basically leaving the page the same with the PHP code in there. And if I refresh this, our link is gone because I replaced the original file, and I'm going to refresh it again, and you'll see that that link hasn't appeared. So that basically means that WordPress wasn't able to write to that file. So basically make sure that your password is a secure password. I recommend, it's the typical things: using capital letters randomly, using numbers in your password, even symbols, or you can even use a random password generator if you want to be extra secure. Secondly, change your permissions on your files, especially your theme files, because those are going to be the ones that hackers are going to target, because those are used across all of your pages. So I hope that's been helpful for you. If you'd like more information, generally more about actually online business, then please visit my site onlinemagnetism.com. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to use the contact form. And I also do actually have a request area on the home page for requesting new tutorial videos. So if there's something that you want to learn, particularly to do online to help your business, then feel free to ask. Thank you for watching.